You're watching Let's Chat.
Always good to have in the studio my friends from Habitat for Humanity of Greater Chattanooga and First Horizon. They're here today to talk about financial literacy. So good to see you, Charly Dena and Jens Christensen. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
Sure. So Habitat for Humanity is on their 300th build. And as we were just talking about, financial literacy is important for these new homeowners. Talk to me about that.
So it's very exciting, but yeah, this fall we will break ground on our 300th home here in Chattanooga. And for each of those homeowners, there is a background, there's a story, and most often it's a story of rental. They've lived in a rental home, sometimes it's government subsidized. They've been in a place where they never were responsible for their own payments toward building equity. So when they become a homeowner, it changes everything. They become responsible for making a monthly payment that is equity back in their pocket. They have to actually think about home improvements later. They think about things like their roof might leak eventually or the HVAC may go out. And so we actually train our homeowners through a series of 50+ classes.
Wow.
To learn about what it means to be a homeowner, and financial literacy is probably one of the most important parts of that. And of course, we're very lucky to have a partner in doing that with First Horizon.
Right. So the average Tennessean credit score is 690, is that right? But you're wanting these guys up to 720. Can you talk to me about this process?
Absolutely. So credit score, like Jen said, is very, very critical in like many different aspects of our lives. And getting to that 720 is like a benchmark. We want to get to that good credit score, as you may want to say. And just for an example, if you have a credit score of 720 to higher, the average consumer limit is about $10,000. Other factors go into that.
Sure.
But now if you have a lower credit score, maybe a 580 to a 619, that limit drops to about $2,000. So that's a big difference in between what your capabilities are, opportunities that are available to you. So having that higher credit score is just critical so that you can have better chances of getting lending for whatever your needs may be in the future.
How can someone build their credit, and why is a higher credit score important?
So that lets lenders know your credit worthiness, the possibilities of you paying your debt on time, paying it back, those house mortgages, very large dollar amounts, and having that higher credit score just gives them a look into your financial wellness, financial literacy, and how you are as a borrower to paying it back.
How do you build it? How do you grow it? How do you begin with credit?
So a lot of times people come in and get a credit card. If you have nowhere, you start with a credit card. A lot of times institutions offer a secured credit card. So you start small, and then over time that credit score builds as they see that you're paying things back, paying it on time, not letting balances roll over. Then that builds your credit worthiness, and over time that limit will increase, your score will increase, and again those possibilities will open up for someone.
Is there an ideal point of how long someone should take to pay off their credit card? Because maybe paying it off establishes good credit over a period of time, or is it like boom, pay it all off?
So there's good credit and bad credit.
Right.
We talk a lot about that, but making sure you don't have those balances maxed out on credit cards, and then making sure they're not rolling over each month. You want to, if you can, you use your credit card that month and then you pay off the balance at the end of the month.
Wow.
If some rolls over, that's okay, but again, paying it on time is one of the biggest pieces we teach when people come in. They want to learn about credit, is paying it on time and paying those balances down.
Right. Now, Jens, I've known about Habitat in the community for a long time, the wonderful work you do. This is an aspect I'd never considered before. Not just the education piece, but that you require a credit score for future homeowners. Talk to me about that.
So we don't actually require a minimum credit score.
Okay.
What we want to work with the folks that we partner with on is actually going to be getting their credit to a reasonable point. We're going to look at their debt to income ratio. We're going to look at how extended they are in their credit to make sure that they're actually going to be successful as a homeowner. This is a very important part actually of the Habitat mission. You think about Habitat, you think about building houses. We do a lot of home repair for folks that are elderly. We do a lot of other work. But the biggest part of what we do is actually transform lives. And it's about changing lives through building equity. And credit is a really important part of that, because it's not just going to affect the limits that you get, it will also affect the APR, the annual percentage rate, what you're going to pay in interest. It's going to affect you in every particular way about your life. And so if we're working for building wealth for folks that have never had this opportunity, we want them to be financially literate, we want them to have good credit, and we want to be able to help them transform their lives so that their children have a much better experience.
Well, where can people reach out for credit counseling, and how can we support Habitat in Chattanooga?
So we are very lucky to partner with banks like First Horizon. We have other folks that come and actually do credit counseling for us. There are other partners here in town that do it. I'll let you answer the credit counseling where they can reach out part.
Absolutely. So they can come to our branches. We partner with Operation Hope, and they teach free classes that are financial empowerment. 720 today, we have them going on across the city in different areas. Yeah, 720, that 720 score. They can come in and get free classes whether they're consumers or clients of ours or not.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. So good to see both of you. Great interview. Really wonderful work you're doing. You can find them throughout the city at First Horizon. Get help with your credit counseling. Always good to support Habitat for Humanity of Greater Chattanooga. Thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks.